my name is Wraith. This is my new video about Warframe. Like I said in my previous video, I was going to do excavation video. I'm going to change. I've been playing with Voban in excavation, but online. I'm gonna take this frost. This frost have the same build as the other one. The only difference is the aura. Have the default aura. I'm using rejuvenation. The rest is the same as the white frost. Is blind rage, and is 42 stretch to give a bit of range, because I play defense a lot and I need range because of the missiles. And fleeting to give a bit of efficiency against the blind rage. I'm going to take the Strun weight. Is built for magnetic with a boost in impact because it's against Corpus. And Marelok, the Vapor Marelok also. With pummel built for impact, but I'm not going to change the damage here. I'm going to let the corrosive. I also have magnetic, but I'm going to take corrosive. I never take the same damage in my primary or my secondary. Okay, it's all. I'm going to change the solo. Well, today it is a bad day to to play Triton online. It's one team worse than the other, because well, today we aren't getting too many frosts online. I had a game that we had two, but the rest don't have frost. And the problem is people behave like when we have a frost in a team, that is, they go activate two excavators at the same time and don't stay to protect it. Result is, after we doesn't even reach to 1k points and we are already losing excavators. And well, my last game I went to extraction. It's a waste of effort because, well, we were getting one excavator and lose another, so it is a waste of effort. But at least I warn people that I'm going to extraction. I say I'm out. I start to go to extraction. Sometimes they some reach there first than me, but I never leave people behind. But I say that I go to extraction because it is a waste of effort. I'm with Voban, and if people aren't protecting the objective, I have to spam abilities. The difference in the Voban build is that I don't have a efficiency build. Result is I have to refill energy 5 minutes in 5 minutes. It's hilarious. Only to try not let the excavators get destroyed. So but that is the problem with random matches. You can get a good team or you can get a bad team. I don't know, I think people are more worried in killing enemies and going around the map than stay close to the excavator and protect him. This mission doesn't start hard, it starts too easy. The problem I think is that Triton, when starts the first 10, 15 minutes, the enemies don't present much of a threat. But the problem is, after that point we start to get the super guys, and I lots of times see people go against the super guys like they go against these guys. These guys are cannon fodder, like some like to say. The super guys are a little different, because if you let the super trigger the trigger, you will go down. And you don't need to go very far for that start to happen. For instance, I'm with a shotgun. If there was a super guy here, if I went front in front with him, I would go down, even with a shotgun that have a high rate of fire. Unless, of course, my first shot kill him. Because if I miss the first shot and let him start firing his Supra, you will go down. I see these lots of times. And well, they are practically if I'm not forgetting anyone, I think is the most dangerous Corpus enemy. If I'm not forgetting anyone, the super guy is and here in Triton you don't need to go very far for them to start to present a threat. When they spawn, they are still easy to deal with, but a few excavators later, when I'm playing, I don't matter which frame it is. For instance, if I'm now that I'm playing with Volven, I usually, even that I don't have the need, I usually deploy the Bastille. If it have lots of enemies on the field, it may not suspend the super guy, but it will levitate him at least. And if there is a lot of enemies, he will drop down, but that gives me time to take him out. And he's always my first priority target. Doesn't matter what, if I'm going to revive someone or if I go to protect the excavator, it doesn't matter. If there are a super guy there, I first take him out and then do what I was going to do. Another thing that it's very easy to go down is the mines, because most of the people here try to play until the 2K to get the most cores that we can in a mission, so we always play, or at least try to play, depending on the team of course, but and the mines at that point, if you're going to revive someone that went it down in a mine, you will go down yourself if you are outside of the mine range. It happens me in 2 or 3 situations that I was more worried in reviving the guy than seeing what make him go down, and then I go down myself trying to revive him. It's very easy to make this mistake. I'm not talking about it because, well, I don't make it. Yes, sometimes I make it, that's why I'm saying it's very easy, because at that point we are more worried in reviving our teammate than see what make him go down. In these mines, after I'm not sure the time, but 15-20 minutes in game, they start to one-shot you if you try to revive someone inside the mine range. Because, well, they drop your shields almost instantly, and your health without shields, well, let's say that it doesn't need much to deplete. So, but I was saying, well, today is a bad day to play in random match, because, well, I had a few awful games. It's mostly because, well, people don't like to stay to protect the excavators. They want to go to the doors, running around, moving. I kind of understand that, but Survival is one thing, and this is another. And believe me, if you leave excavator alone, without even without the frost. The problem was on those games we didn't have the frost. We only had, in this case, it was me. The only one with a good CC ability was me with Vauban, because it was Necros, Equinox, Valkyrie. As you can see, it was all frames that don't have CC abilities to control the crowd. So the problem was they were running around and I was forced to deploy the Basti, to spam the Basti. The problem is I have a full blind rage and I only have a streamline. The result is I went in without energy protecting one excavator. And I start to say, my friends, if you want to activate two, fine. I only protect one at a time, because I was having a hard time to use my abilities to protect one. I weren't going to running around between excavators deploying the Basti for them to kill enemies. The good aspect of the games were the cores deployed very early, so each game, as much short as it went, we always got at least 15 cores. So it was the only good side of the thing. I still got 15 cores for short games, so. But to be honest, I prefer to play Excavation with Nix. It's more fun. I love to mind control the Supra guys, and believe me, they are a big help, especially if you go very deep in the mission, because they do exactly the same damage to the enemies that they did to ourselves. So if you mind control a Eximus Supra guy, believe me, he kills a lot of enemies because he does insane damage. So I prefer to go Nyx, but since now I'm starting to choose each frame, it doesn't matter, because if I'm going to play online, I expect to play in a team, so I'm using various frames to make the games different. I need the cores, I'm farming cores, I still get some keys, but at least I play the same mission, but it's different every day, so it is a good thing on that regard. I stopped taking frost because, well, people see a frost in the team and they start to activate excavators all over the place. So if you are used to play with frost, you know that your HUD only show the last bubble deployed, only show the damage of the last bubble deployed. So if you have lots of bubbles up in the game, if you have lots of bubbles deployed in the game, you can't control the damage of the other ones. You can only control the damage of the last one deployed. So it is a bit annoying. I don't like to play that way, so because I'm playing in random, I can't force the others play the way I want, so it is it is unreasonable. We expect the others to play the way we want. so I stopped taking frost. But I start to see that other people that take frost also start to have an issue with that, because after a bit in the game, they drop the bubble very easily, even full strength bubbles. So because it's for instance after 2k it's very hard to protect a excavator all by himself. We need the team, at least another player. Two players can protect, yes, because one worries about one place and the other about the other one, but one player starts to be difficult. Of course, it also depends where the excavator are, but you know this map have very wide open areas, so okay, I need a power cell. This is one annoying thing is the game. I'm going to deploy one bubble here to slow the guys down.
We need another power cell for the excavator. An artifact has been located. Proceed to the dig site.
And now I only have to worry with this door, because I have time. If they come from over there, they are going to slow down a little bit and give me time to I usually use this when I'm playing solo, but I don't use this when I'm playing in the team, because, well, there is 4 players, it is more easy to protect, but when I'm alone I usually deploy bubbles in the doors to slow them down and give me time to protect all sides without much issue. And besides, I'm with a shotgun, so okay, it's this one. Going to take this one. I'm not going much further. I think 1k and a half, something like that. I just want. I don't want to make a too much extensive video, and this is not a difficult concept. The only problem, for instance, if you play random matches, is the solo players, because, well, they play online, but they want to go alone, protect excavators. I see this a lot of time, Mags, Novas, and we lose excavators without necessity, because unless people are in a hurry, at least wait for a teammate, because there is a lot of things that can happen and people usually don't think in that. Sure, with the Nova I nuked the room, but there is lots of possibilities. I need to go pick a cell. It appears a super guy. He will destroy the excavator in 6 seconds. So there is a lot of things that can happen, and people just. We see this a lot, especially from high level players. I don't know. It doesn't matter that you do this alone or in solo, and it can all went well, but sometimes it doesn't went well, and it is a disrespect for the other teammates to go in front, activate excavators and let the excavators get destroyed. It was more wise to play solo, to actually play solo than go online and do that kind of thing. Well, when I see this, I never say anything. First, because people don't like to be called out. It's my experience in Warframe, especially high level players that do dumb things. They don't like to be called out, and usually they are very rude in their response, so I kind of don't say anything, and if I'm not pleased with the result of the game, I just go to extraction and start a new game. There's no issue to me. But there are also people that activate without intention, because it happens to me a lot, because well, I usually stay protecting the excavator, so only when the excavator ends is when I go pick the mods. So sometimes I stay behind and I have to catch up with the team, and sometimes for instance, I'm running to catch up with the team and the excavator dropped right here, because well, the game likes to spawn excavators instantly, so if you are passing here, the excavator will deploy, and I have to stay here to protect when the team is on the other room. But that is without intention, and I always try not to lose the excavator. But what I see is people running. For instance, the team is here and they are going running to the other room to activate the excavator. It's a little different. That way you are looking to protect things by yourself. You didn't activate without intention. It's a little different. See the damage he does to the bubble now, and we are not even in at 1k, and the Supra already does a lot of damage to the bubble. If we let him do continuous fire to the bubble, it's very easy to drop the bubble, and we are very early stage at this mission. I usually don't let the bubble drop the 20 when it reaches, now it's in 22, I'm going to deploy another one, because well, it is more easy to drop another than another thing that I see is people deploy two bubbles. It doesn't matter that you deploy two bubbles, you don't have the double of the resistance, because it only counts the last bubble deployed, so you have exactly the same resistance as dropping one bubble. You are only wasting your energy. For instance, Frost is different. I can't spam abilities because I have efficiency. I can use the fleeting expertise in my build. With Vauban is a little different. If I want to have the most enemies suspended in my Bastille, I have to use at least Blind Rage and Intensify. The problem is I can't use fleeting expertise because the Bastille is affected by duration and strength. If you go with fleeting expertise, you lose all the duration that primate continuity give you. So it is a waste of a mod slot because you your basti almost doesn't stay any time up. So I'm going to deploy a bubble here because these guys are very quick, and I'm going to worry only with this side.
The excavator has lost power.
Okay, I'm without power. This is a big issue because, well, the guys with the cells, especially when we are alone, sometimes takes a lot of time to appear. Oh, it's over there. It happens a lot when I play alone. Is the cell guys takes a lot of time to appear, and I have to stay something like 10 minutes in the same place waiting for a cell. Okay, I'm going to deploy a bubble here to slow the guys down, and only have to worry right now with this side. It's because he's going to start to send lots of enemies from that door, and I have a bit of time.
The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig site.
I'm without power, almost without power. It doesn't appear a cell guy. This is unbelievable.
Another power cell for the excavator.
Believe me, this helps a lot. It doesn't make sense at first, but believe me, this helps a lot, especially if you are playing alone. If you are playing in a team, doesn't help because unless you are very deep in the game, because you have your teammates and your teammates can't do damage if the enemies are inside the bubble. So it will. I'm not remembering the word, but well, it doesn't help as it helped when you play alone. When you play alone, it's very useful to slow them down and give you time to clean up all the sides the enemies are dropping. But online, it may be a bit annoying because your teammates want to fire them if they are, especially if they are inside your bubble or near you. They want to damage the enemies and they have to go to inside the bubble to do that. So it may be a bit annoying. So I'm going to deploy one here, another one here, and another one here. If I want to troll the enemies, I put one here. But now they are all in slow motion. I only went it there because the super guy can't fire from inside the bubble, and even in slow motion his shots do a bit of damage to my bubble, so
Excavation complete. Look what we found.
okay. Now I'm gonna deploy one here. Ah, it's not this one. I thought this one was already.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and
Well,
protected from enemy fire.
it was a mistake now. I thought it was that one. It was already deployed now. Well, at least I only have enemies from here. I will have to refill my energy.
The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the inside.
Ah! Oh, I'm gonna lose this one. Because I'm not going to protect two at the same time. It's very hard.
We need another power cell for the excavator.
I'm going to lose one, there is no question, because, well, I can't protect two at the same time. I'm gonna try to get some time by deploying that bubble there, but
Look what we just uncovered.
well, I didn't lost this one yet, good, but I activated without wanting because, well, I always protect one excavator at a time when I'm playing alone. It isn't viable to activate two excavators, even that they are near. I had luck because, well, I had deployed a few bubbles, so I slowed them down, but this is a tactic that works good to protect one, but to protect two it isn't viable, because if the game had spawned a little more enemies and I wasn't able to protect the two.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protected from enemy fire. An artifact has been located. Proceed to the dig site.
I'm using the Marelok because well, it is more quick than the shotgun. It's mostly because of these guys you saw now. He dropped my bubble very quickly and I almost lost the excavator.
An artifact has been
So
located.
I'm gonna
Proceed to the dig site.
do this. Now I don't have cells.
The excavator has run out of power. Find a cell. Excavation
Okay,
complete.
it's done.
Look what we
I'm
found.
gonna do it one more, I think. I think it's enough. And go to extraction because well, it's I don't want to do. I already did that defense mission in a void, very extensive because well, I was farming for Ash blueprint, so
Ready to go.
I wanted to try to at least have 2 tries. Ah, the guy is inside. I forgot to deploy a bubble here. And I have to deploy another one here. It's mostly to stop these guys, the super guys, from having continuous fire. Because well, that drops my bubble very easily, and like I said at the start of the video, this is a full strength build, a full strength build of the frost bubble. So almost lost this excavator.
Excavator has lost power. Find another cell.
Where is the cell guy? Great. There isn't a cell guy. This is very annoying. This happens a lot playing solo. It doesn't appear a guy with a cell, it's unbelievable. Well, I'm going to do something here. I'm gonna stop these guys. I'm gonna stop these guys and I'm going to concentrate my attention here because they are coming from the front.
The excavator has lost power. Find another cell.
Wow. This happens a lot because now I have to stay here waiting for a cell guy to appear, or I can try to go find one, but They will destroy the excavator, yes. It doesn't appear a guy. This is unbelievable. This happens. Ah, there is a guy here. This happens to me a lot when I'm playing solo. There are times that I have to stay 10 minutes, something like that, in the excavator waiting for a cell guy to appear.
Your hard work has just been rewarded. Excavator deployed. Protect the unit while it extracts the artifact.
I'm gonna refill my energy.
The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig site. The excavator has run out of power. Find a cell.
It doesn't appear a cell guy again.
Look what we just uncovered.
Okay, I'm going to extraction. Using this way, you can stay a little with frost. It requires a little bit, even with the fleeting expertise. It requires a little bit that you use refillers of energy, but it's very useful to control the enemies that you have to deal with, and especially to slow down the super guys. They are the most dangerous threat, because if I didn't deploy the bubbles, I couldn't I could protect the excavators the same way. The problem is I was have to look at the damage in the bubble, because if for instance it's appear two super guys at the same time, I have to kill one and then kill the other. The other guy was dropping my bubble very easily, so it is more easy to lose excavator that way than this way, because when you see that he's inside the bubble, you go there and kill him, and even that he can't fire to your bubble, he fire in slow motion, which is very helpful. Okay, it's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, see you around.